There we go. We're live. Let me just give me 1 second. Need to start some OSTs in the background, and then I'll get started with everything else. So that's running. Let's see what the OST sound, what everything sounds like. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly quiet, to be honest. Let me just increase it a little bit. To like 34%. There you go. Hello, Lisa. Let me stream announcements. I had not streamed for a decent amount of length of time, a full week. Been a busy week in this past week, so that's the main reason. Streaming now. Chilling. Feel free to ask me anything. I don't know what thumbnail to use for the Twitter. I'll just use this one. There we go, we're here. And I will put it in the community post as well, might as well. Alright. Today I actually will ask and answer any question that people may have, even if it's regarding, you know, Shiva and Raiden video. Boom. That's it. Full screen the chat. Let's have it over here. And in the background, I'll be editing while I don't have questions. Some siren. Thank you, Paradoxagon. Appreciate it. And thank you for watching. There's no need to repeat questions if I haven't. There's no need to repeat a question. I'm reading all the questions. I don't know, I haven't read a lot of mangas. Do you have a list of recommended series? I'd say I recommend all the series that are in the current tournament. The current tournament that I'm doing. Let me try to find the file. I don't even know where to put the That looks better. Let's move myself. I don't know where to put myself so you can see. Here, I guess. You can see me right in the corner. All these series in this list, 100% recommend all of them. 100%. The only ones from here that I wouldn't recommend are, like, personally, Fairy Tail. I haven't read enough Black Clover. I've seen the first few episodes of Black Clover and I didn't like it. But Fairy Tail I wouldn't recommend. Slime is amazing. Promised Neverland, I'd recommend just reading the first arc, not the future stuff. Same with Shokugeki no Soma. Demon Slayer, I'd recommend the anime over the manga. And what else? Akame ga Kill, from the anime that I watched, it's complete dog shit, so I don't know much about the manga. I haven't read Dororo. I've read very little manga. See if I can get the list of all the manga that I've read. So like, very minuscule manga list. I doubt you can even see it. Let me move the camera now that I've shown all that. So like, obviously Berserk, Blue Lock, The Grey Man, Death of Conan, Diamond Ace, Gantz E, Hunter x Hunter, Kage no... I don't know how to say those. Anyway, Spider, Something no Shokahanshi, Jobless Reincarnation, this one, Noragami, One Punch Man, Siren, Shingeki no Kyojin, Shuma Son of Valkyrie, Solo Leveling, Sousei no Taiga, this shit manga, Slime, New Gates, Vinland Saga, Beelzebub, Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Death Note, Fairy Tail, Gantz, Haikyuu, Holy Land, Innocent, Demon Slayer, Climber, Magi, Monster, Real Life, Shiro no Kokoku Monogatari, Slam Dunk, Vagabond, Promised Neverland, One Piece, Tower of God. When did I read this? Oh, it's on my read list. I don't know why it's... Ah, these are all plan to reads. Yeah, never mind. That's it, yeah. So like overall, that I've read / currently reading are 44 series. So yeah. What do you mean? That profile pic is fine. 100% fine. No problem. Okay. I've already answered that. Have you heard of Doom Eternal? I don't know. I don't know anything about Doom, so I never played that. Where can I watch time on a mobile? Watch? My YouTube videos can be watched anywhere. Haikyuu's Comedy Gold. Out of I'm one of the few that dislike the ending. But Haikyuu overall is an amazing series. No problem, Paradox. Will you ever make Tower of God content? I doubt it. Tower of God is a series where I enjoyed the first season. Second season, there was a really huge drop in quality. And then after that, it was an even bigger drop in quality when it came to the third season. Second season was overwhelmingly long for no specific reason, where specific arcs were just stretching just to stretch content. And yeah, season 3's first 50 chapters were really bad. Like 50 or so chapters were really bad, and I just decided to drop it after that. I wish we came back to season 1 content, but oh well. Yeah, One Punch Man already 4 and 1. Right now we're in the last 2 groups. Agiha was right. I should have mastered Enhance. Have you ever considered watching or reading Fire Force? I have watched the first 2 episodes, I believe, and it just wasn't interesting. The comedy that they tried was really cringe, and it just turned me off, and I just didn't continue. But I've seen panels of the Ichi and Fire Force, and it's just straight up disgusting. Like, it's one of the worst that I've seen in shonen. So, where did you come from? Oh, so you didn't read the last chapter regarding the war. What war? Oh, a lot of Tower God. I'm fairly behind. I don't think I'm that far behind. Let me check if the chapters that I've read are saved still on Webtoon. Because I haven't read in a really long time. But at the same time, the series hasn't been ongoing for a really, really long time. Start. Okay, yeah, it saved some of the stuff. Let's see, Tower of God. Gantz is okay, it's an interesting concept, but it's really shitty when it came to the execution of a lot of his chapters. And a lot of his characters were completely destroyed. It's worth a read because it has an interesting concept, but everything other than that is fairly shit, especially with the ending. Like, I like Gantz just because of that concept. I like series that try to approach it like that. But yeah, Gantz failed. It looks like the last episode that I read was 40. So I'm like 28 episodes behind. And yeah, and my brother reads it, and from what he said, it really doesn't get any better. Like, there's nothing like amazingly showing up that recovers the series. I'm hopefully him coming back from the hiatus will bring back some amazing writing that's been missing for a really long time. I mean, I plan to read it soon to give it a try. I don't see myself enjoying it, but I plan to give it a soon. Now I'm being punished for slacking off. Man, I'm dumb. But yeah, going back into that question of the videos, especially with like videos that I plan to make. I haven't read a dark manga yet. None of the mangas that I've read is dark yet. Where is it? I've shown this before. I don't mind showing it again. But yeah. There might be some what's it called? Tower of God fights here, but I don't plan to do them. Like, essentially all the fights listed in here are copy pasted. And there might be some webtoon fights in here. I don't plan to do webtoon at all. So if you see a webtoon fight in here, it's pretty much gonna get ignored. I didn't take into consideration anything when I took the names. I just asked in a lot of videos and a lot of community posts on Discord for just lists of fights, names of fights that people want me to edit, and boom. Berserk is dark, but it wasn't, I don't know, it didn't hit me as much as it hit other people. I was more fascinated with the writing. I found a lot of stuff that Berserk tried to do is edgy, especially the later parts. The Golden Age arc was, I guess, dark, yeah. especially at the end. But I'm focused more on the amazing writing than the dark aspects of it. But after that, it started to go into more, especially after the during the conviction arc, not even after the conviction arc. During the conviction arc, it started to get more edgy rather than dark, and just forced. But yeah, Berserk didn't hit me like that as a insanely dark kind of thing. But me personally, I don't like focus on that specific aspect when it comes to series. So for example, recently I played Omori. If anyone's heard of that indie game, tackles aspects like suicide and mental health and stuff like that. And from the reviews that I've read from that series, a lot of people were like very emotional at the end of the series and fairly depressed due to the way that the end was portrayed and everything. But me personally, I was smiling throughout the end because I just don't focus on a lot of the negatives and the dark stuff. I focus more on the writing and the positives out of things. So like with Berserk, I don't appreciate it because it's a dark manga. I appreciate it because the Golden Age is amazing fiction. Golden Age is easily one of my favorite top 3 arcs that I've ever read. Golden Age and Chimera arc, easily one of the best arcs that I've ever read. And the Farmer arc in Vinland Saga is easily up there with one of my favorite arcs as well. That's why Vinland Saga is rated so high, despite its decline in quality after the Farmer arc. This is from Webtoon, but have you read Bastard? No, I haven't read Bastard. I plan to soon, but I haven't read it yet. Yeah, the ending of Omori was just amazing. Ever since, I don't want to go too much into spoilers, but not a lot of people are watching anyway, so I'll just go into it, some spoilery stuff. Ever since we did the walking down memory lane and everything after that point, I was just smiling throughout it. And thankfully, I got the best ending out of it. I got the true ending as well. So I was just completely happy with my playthrough. Having that ending as my first playthrough was just perfect. Exactly what I needed. Maybe I would have been more depressed if I got just a normal ending or if I got in a bad ending. But I don't see anyone getting a bad ending unless they tried for a bad ending. It's fairly easy to get a good ending. The true ending is a bit harder to get, because you need to water Basil's plants and everything. Why stop regular Ragnarok? Well, the main reason why it doesn't get publicly uploaded into this channel is because of the copyright takedowns. And the main other reason why I don't do it on Discord is because there's no high quality panels being released. I doubt there has been. So yeah, there hasn't been any released still. They made a promise recently that they will release high quality chapters at the middle of April. It's middle of May. Nothing's been released. I'm just gonna announce now, I'm probably never gonna do Shumasa no Valkyrie again. It seems like the group that translates high quality panels has given up on high quality panels. And nothing will ever make them come back, if whatever way you try to. So I'm hoping and praying that another group picks it up to do the high quality panels. That would ensure that I'll continue to do Shumasa no Valkyrie on Discord and finish up this Shiva versus Raiden fight. But I doubt anyone else will do it, because for some reason there's this huge, especially like with Mangadex readers, huge dislike to people who do a series that's already been done by someone else. So if any other translators try to pick up Shuma Son of Valkyrie and try to do the high quality panels, people will balk at them and complain because, oh, and the main group will come out and write a full page and complain and write paragraphs about, oh, we have the series already, despite them not releasing a high quality chapter in ages. It's the entitlement of owning a series that's not yours to begin with. It's just ridiculous. Because when was the last time that they released a high quality chapter? Vargas Peak, I'm guessing, is the last high quality chapter. I'm guessing. Yep. When was that released? January. It's been 4 months since they've released the high quality chapter. So I'm hoping someone else takes over and another group comes and does the high quality chapters. Get her. Other than that, I mean, I plan to continue to do videos of just other series until maybe later and down the line, Shuma Son of Valkyrie high quality panels will start coming out. Cover to. I don't know if they will though. Maybe they will when a translation is when the anime is out. Maybe high quality panels will start showing up more. Another group will show up and take over. But either way, I have a shit ton of content that I'm doing currently, so I'm not that attached to Shuma Son of Valkyrie or anything. Like, I have hundreds of series, or hundreds of videos that I plan to do, and I have dozens of series that I enjoy enough to want to motion it. Have you read Kengan? I haven't read all of it, but I've read some of Kengan Ashura whilst I was editing it. I do plan to dabble into it later to fully read on my own time. Have you ever jumped on a trampoline? If you did, have you fun? Yeah, I have a trampoline in my back garden. I don't jump on it now, but whenever I feel like it, I go onto it. I really enjoyed all your Record of Ragnarok videos. Do you think the anime will be... No, I don't think the anime will be good. I'm sorry, but the more time has passed, the more my excitement for the anime is decreased, and I started to really not enjoy some of the shots in the trailer. And yeah, I don't think the anime will be good. I'm willing to be surprised, but I'd rather be expecting a bad adaptation and be surprised with a good one than be hopeful for a good adaptation and be really crushed with a bad one. So I'm just gonna stick with being a realist, and based on what we've seen in the trailers, it's probably gonna be a bad adaptation. It's probably gonna be a bad anime. But I'm still gonna watch it, and from what I've seen and from what people have told me, it'll drop all in one day, so it's going to be fairly quick binging, and either stream and say my opinions or make a video and talk about my opinions on everything. But either way, I'll probably make a video on my Amaya's channel. There's like one of the things that I'm happy about with the direction of everything. I think having my channel, having my videos in Shuma Son of Valkyrie get taken down is one of the best things that's happened to me, because it's really put my perspective on what I really wanted to do and what I enjoy doing to begin with. So currently I'm actually, you know, like I do videos back to originally why I started doing videos. I am editing series that I want to read. I am just doing videos that I want to do, and I'm doing it just so I can watch it myself. So I've got a lot of projects, a lot of things are allocated there. And now I also have the Amaya's channel where I'm doing reviews, analysis on just a bunch of things, like not even restricted to just manga. So currently I did the Slam Dunk review, manga review, and right now I'm scripting a Omori review, and I plan to do some analysis on Omori and analysis on Hunter x Hunter arcs whenever I feel like it. It's just like the Amias channel is just a channel where I put a video whenever I feel like it. The Amias, the backup channel, will be whenever I cover a series. So currently it's Siren. After Siren is probably going to be Hunter x Hunter, and then we just move on series to series. The Amias D channel will cover a multitude of different fights. So currently I did the One Punch Man fight, Garo versus Orochi, and then after that I'm going to do Garo versus Darkshine. I don't know when it's going to be released. And then obviously the Bleach channel is just focusing on Bleach, going on chronological order of every single fight in the series. Not that active currently on the Bleach one, because I'm not really that attached to Bleach compared to everything else that I'm doing. So yeah, Bleach videos are very rare to see because of my low attachment to that series. Ha 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 ha. Time to die like a dog, sir. The budget, yeah, the budget is there, but budget doesn't really dictate anything. Doesn't really mean anything. A lot of series have had high budget. CG is very expensive, like very, very expensive, more expensive than 2D. So high budget doesn't really mean anything, because that budget can just go into CG, a really bad CG, because even bad CG is expensive. So yeah, budget doesn't really mean anything, and the budget is only speculated to be there based on it having been an anime, Netflix backed anime. The budget cannot be there. Like, there's a huge likeliness that there isn't much budget allocated to it anyway. But you know, there is a slight possibility for anyone who, and I'm still gonna watch it. Worth a watch anyway. It's going to be a fairly short series anyway, and it's going to be watched in one day. Literally going to spend 4 to 5 hours of the day that all the episodes release. You just watch it and complete it. I didn't read Bleach after Soul Society. How's Chad doing these days? Chad has become irrelevant. Just like every character in Bleach is kind of taking a back stop and become fairly shot down and assassinated when it comes to characterization, just to make Ichigo kind of stand out a little bit, despite him not standing out. I have a lot of issues with Bleach when it comes to writing, when it comes to character development, when it came to structures of the arcs, when it came to some of the battles that it had, when it came to a lot of stuff. I have a lot of issues with Bleach. I want to do a review. I want to reread Bleach in its entirety and put out a review so I can talk about and really have a more structured outlook into everything. But Chad has had one of the worst treatments in the series, because Chad had a really huge impact in the first arc, especially the Parakeet episode or chapter, whatever you did. Yeah. And after the Soul Society, he basically became irrelevant. Despite him going to Hucamundo, his fight was very shit. And he did nothing, essentially. And then after that, it was the Fullbring arc, which was supposed to be his arc. The Fullbring arc was supposed to be centered around him, and it had potential to be something, but he kind of was thrown out the window. He had some interesting interactions at the beginning of the arc, but again, like most of Tite Kubo's arcs, they kind of get thrown out the window and became shit at the end. And all of his potential characterization was just wasted. And with that really dog shit end towards the arc. And in the 1,000 Year Blood War, he was nothing. Like, in the 1,000 Year Blood War, they invaded Hucamundo. He got rolled, did nothing in Hucamundo. When he came back and was invading this whole society, not this whole society, the castle, whatever it's called, the castle, we saw him. We didn't even see any fight. We saw him facing against some giant statues. That's how much he got relegated. He was fighting against statues in a castle, and we didn't even see the fight, off-screen fight. Like, and that's just when it came to fight. How he got completely insanely downplayed when it came to fighting ability. That's not going into characterization, which was non-existent after the Soul Society arc. Unfortunate, really unfortunate. All you've done is switch the order of your deaths, or was that what you wanted? Modern Melkat. Order 3 fights in 1 drop? What do you mean? Oh. Shaman of Valkyrie. From what I've heard, from what people have told me, and apparently Netflix confirmed it themselves, that it's dropped in one day. Or the episodes will drop in 1 day. Not a weekly series or anything of that sort. Now that's more like it. I was hoping to see you suffer a bit. My activity lately has been kind of low with the editing. I'll admit to that. Ever since I played Omori, I've been really busy playing the game, and after finishing Omori, I've had one day where I played 15 hours of Omori, and after finishing Omori, I took just a day to relax, because I spent 15 days playing it, and then after that I played the Hikikomori route, and yeah, now I'm finally free, but not really free because right now I'm watching a playthrough in my side monitor to really have a better review on everything. So just going over, reminding myself of everything that I might have missed or anything of that sort to make a review, and then I'm going to be editing the playthrough that I'm watching, get rid of the stuff that doesn't have much impact to the plot, and really like cut that down so that it's only like 10 hours of content or so I can start doing analysis on specific parts of the story, character analysis or anything of that sort. Although to be honest, like at first, my current plan of videos and everything is to analyze every single day, like the prologue, and then 3 days left, 2 days left, 1 day left. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to approach it like that because it's... Yeah, I'm not sure because like the prologue, not much happens. Obviously the biggest content is 1 day left. There's not much content, especially like towards the end, that I might not be able to analyze. I don't know if I can squeeze out a decently length video to analyze, but I might be surprised. I thought I wouldn't be able to squeeze out a decent amount of length to analyze the Hunter examination arc, but I put out like a 40-something minute video, so I'll probably have enough content, to be honest. Because you can really, when it comes to analyzing, you can really go into the really nitty-gritty details and go into over everything and just discuss what it could mean and what it might mean and compare it to different dialogues that have happened throughout the specific part or the parts prior to that, and really have an in-depth analysis of everything. That's why I enjoy analyzing, because there's no right answer when it comes to analyzing a specific series, as long as you can have a consistent look throughout and also justify that specific analysis, or justify the approach and the essential result that you got from that analysis based on comparing it to panels or dialogue or whatever throughout the story, the series. So that's why I enjoy that. That's why I enjoy analyzing. I just go over and just talk about whatever I want, whatever I can link, whatever I can make any thematic comparisons, as long as I can substantiate it with with like relevant examples, then it's an analysis. Although there are a lot of really elitists who go over and nitpick on what a specific series is. There are specific series that are objectively good, with an objective way to analyze something, whereas the only way to analyze it, I can. There's a decent amount of people who don't care about that, thankfully. Anyway, I went on a ramble. I can't blow the bubble in this one. It's a really bad. It's not chewing gum made for bubbles. It's like essentially it's just extra, and I chew 3 a day at the same time. Pog. I have no idea how to feel about the episodes dropping at once. I don't mind it, because I can watch it all in one go. I don't really care about the weekly experience, about anything. I'm not really attached to that specific way of watching anime, so I personally don't mind it. I can watch anime any other way. I'm behind on a lot of anime right now, so I can't watch weekly because I'll always have like a week where I'm busy and it like pushes forward, and I have like 3 episodes behind or 4 episodes behind on a lot of series. I'm behind on every single series that I started this season. I can't bring myself to reject out. Holy shit. I love the characters in Omori, all of them, to be honest. My favorite is obviously Basil, and my second favorite is obviously Omori. Hello, Jahazira. Is there any way to recover your old Record Ragnarok videos? They're all on Discord. And to access Discord, you can just go on the channel, click on videos, and click on any video that I currently have on the channel and look at the description, where there's a link to the Discord in every single way, or you could just click on the About section of the channel and there's a Discord link there as well. It's fairly easy to access, thankfully. Yeah, I do that sometimes as well, Melkat. It's just easier to do. Like, in a day when I'm free, when I have like 3-4 hours free, I can just sit down and watch a season all in one go. Or if I'm busy, just watch like a few episodes, like 3 episodes every day or something like that, until I'm caught up. I prefer that type of watching than 1 episode and then a week wait and then 1 episode and so on and so forth. Especially like with one of the series that I'm watching currently is Vivi. The first 4 or 5 episodes were really 5 episodes were really just decent. Like, it's not an amazing series and it's not a bad series at the same time. It's hovering between a 6 and a 7 out of 10 currently. Obviously I'm like, I think it's like episode 7 or episode 8 right now, so it's closing in towards the end. And people are talking more about it on Twitter now, so maybe it's gotten better now. I'll look into it and see. I'll try to catch up, but yeah. What do you think of hot Cheetos if you had them? I like them, I enjoy them. I don't really enjoy hot food much, spicy food or anything of that sort. I don't have a good tolerance for hot food, spicy food or anything like that of that instance, but I enjoy hot Cheetos either way. Do you think you're going to animate any comic book series like DC or Marvel? I doubt it. 100% doubt. Like 99.9% I'm not going to do it. There's like a 0.1% chance that maybe somehow my taste changes in the future, but I'm personally not that into that specific medium of storytelling, the DC or Marvel stuff, the comic aspect. My opinion may change later in the future, but for now, 100% not doing it. What do you think about those extra AOT pages coming? I hope Isayama just never came out with these pages, and obviously the leaks. I'll just say now, don't discuss the leaks because a lot of people haven't looked at the leaks and prefer to read it when it comes out. But the leaks don't look promising. The leaks read worse than the ending itself. So, gotta wait a month, well, technically 3 weeks until we see, but Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I hope Isayama just ended the series and left without adding anything else. Like, I hated the ending, but at least the ending tries to be open-ended. Despite it failing in a lot of ways to be open-ended, at least it tries. But the extra pages of these leaks from Zekken are true, which most likely are not. They're gonna be, because Zekken has been 100% accurate in every single chapter release so far. So I trust Zekken, and yeah, I guess we gotta wait and see. Wait and see 3 weeks, whether it confirms or whether it's confirmed that the series is actually worse, can get a worse ending, or if it confirms that, or if it solves it. Like, I was hoping that it adds some context to just the Armin and Eren conversation, just focusing on that only. What, you don't know how someone gets pregnant? Well, only thing I can do is wait. I was gonna reread the series, like now, to start making a review on it. But then I remembered the extra pages, and I looked at the leaks and saw that they may have a huge impact on it, so I decided to stop and wait. I know this may be a shock, but she had sex. I don't get the question. I don't get what you're talking about. It's fairly straightforward in the story of who the father is, and yeah, die, both of you. I think the main disappointment that I've had from the story is how it basically deviated into this, like, the answer to it all was love and all that shit. I wish if Isayama was planning to do that from the beginning, that he at least hinted at more stuff, a bit more romance in the series. It's been fairly left out when it comes to romance. It hasn't been apparent most of the time, which is disappointing. Really disappointing. If you're gonna go that route towards the end, at least include a bit more. At least write something about it. At least build up some of the relationships that you're gonna conclude with. Like, Jesus Christ, Isayama. Oh well, I'll leave a lot of stuff. I'll leave a lot of that stuff until I make a review and have a better, clear mindset on how to, how to clearly critique it with examples. Because I know when I make the Attack on Titan review video, I'm going to have example on example of what I'm talking about. Because people are going to nitpick and really... I mean, to be honest, I don't give a shit either way, so I might not use any examples. I'm just going to talk. If they want to look for the examples, they look for it themselves. I'm going to talk about the example that itself, but... I might not just put it up for people to see, because at the end of the day, any video that I make towards Attack on Titan, when it comes to reviewing the series, is gonna be received negatively. If I defended the ending, I'd get people who hated the ending, if my video reaches them, obviously, coming into the comments and being very vocal, to say the least. And if I hate the ending and be vocal about hating the ending, then I get a decent amount of people, if it reaches people, who brigade the comments and talk about their intellect and how I missed the entire point of the series and blah 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 blah. Because my perspective on a series, and maybe because I personally am interested in writing and becoming a writer itself, is that a story, Okay, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to get into. So first off, a story is to be interpreted by the reader however they feel like it. If a reader interprets things differently, as long as their interpretation is built up on a foundation of specific dialogues that was mentioned and that correlates, and it's like consistent throughout the story, then fair, all go, whatever. If the specific analysis or what they got from the story was based on a out of context quotes that was like hugely biased towards, then yeah, I can see people disliking that. But when it comes to like people putting up examples and really like solidifying their reasoning as to why they interpreted a series a different way, then whatever, up to you. Interpret the series however you feel like it. That's what a story is there for. The reader is supposed to interpret it however they feel like it. If the mangaka or the writer is supposed to put up a specific point of the story and really hit it home, then it's their job to persuade the majority of people to be on the same page. If the majority of people aren't on the same page and don't agree with the interpretation of the story, then the writer did something wrong with the implementation, with the execution of writing. Not the readers, the writer. The writer will most likely than not have included dialogue that is either there for red herring or, which is just weird, especially if it's included multiple times, or just a little trolling. So as long as the writer like has a fairly reasonable justification, I want to say reasonable justification, I mean reasons as to why they interpreted it a simple way, and that's like one thing. That's the main thing I'd say, as to how people interpret a story. And then the second thing that I want to talk about as well is the ending. I know a lot of people, it's become basically a bigger discussion. It's a big discussion whenever a big series ends, and it's usually on the lines of the journey is what matters, not the ending, so on and so forth. Me personally, an ending is way more important than the middle of the story. For me, how I value things is the ending is the most important out of all of it, and then the beginning of the story, and then the middle section. Because going chronologically, the middle section is setting up everything, setting up the world where the specific the themes or the characters or developments, everything that takes place, the middle section will take place in. That's what the beginning is supposed to set it up and write it up perfectly, so that the middle part can stay coherent and really delve into the things that were introduced from the beginning. And the ending is supposed to be consistent with that journey and with that middle section of the story and the beginning as well, and really conclude the story in a way that makes sense and stay consistent. Because a person doesn't read a series, although that might be just me, I'm willing to admit that, but from a lot of people from I know, majority of people that I know, don't read a series to read the middle. They read the series to finish the series, which is why the ending is so important to me when reviewing a series, especially, which is why I gave Slam Dunk a low 8, like a really low 8. So I gave Slam Dunk, like it barely scraped an 8, because the ending was fairly disappointing. It's not like an insanely bad ending, it's just a really disappointing ending. Anticlimactic and disappointing, which is why it got a low 8. And the fairly mediocre beginning as well. I'd say if it had a better beginning and a better ending, it would have been a strong 8 to a light 9. But yeah, these specific aspects really damage a story. For me, Attack on Titan had a very meh start. I wasn't really much interested in the content that was covered in the first season. Didn't really hit with me at all. And a really bad last arc. So yeah, that's like my perspective on Attack on Titan and why I rate it fairly low. Like I think my rating currently is like 7 out of 10. I'm looking forward to going over and reviewing it properly, because this rating is fairly based on the current arc, like on a reading on a regular basis. I haven't reread the series in a really, really long time, so I'm looking forward to rereading it and have a more updated rating. We'll see if the extra pages lowers it. We'll see if rereading it may increase the rating a little bit more. It may decrease it a bit more, but we'll see. It'll be fun to see whether it reaches like the 6 out of 10 kind of stuff, or if it bounces up to be a 8 out of 10. I'll see. I'm looking forward to that. That's why I'm looking forward to Attack on Titan. I'm not sure what review I'll give it to. I need to reread the whole Marley and Rumbling arc because Eren... Wait. There's a few answers, a few questions, few comments. I recommend Mob Psycho to my cousin who watched for a couple of seconds and said it was ugly. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to convince someone if they don't like the art. The art of Mob Psycho is fairly weird, so I can understand not liking it, because it's a very unique art style. So we'll see. I don't know. I need to reread the whole Marley and Rumbling arc because Eren doesn't make sense to me anymore. He caused everything and doesn't know why he's doing it anymore. Yeah, I need to reread to have a more concise arguments for everything. Bruh. Not even for a minute, Jesus. Anyway, which series would you say implemented what you said the best? Which part of what I said? It's been a while, I said a lot. 7 out of 10 is average? 7 out of 10 is an average, to be honest. 7 out of 10 is good rating. For me, 7 out of 10 is a good rating. Well, let's see what I put it as, a 7 out of 10. So 7 out of 10 for me is good. Enjoyable, decent number of good things, but has some issues. Interesting concept and an interesting execution. So 7 out of 10 is good. I'd say 5, around the 5 and 6 is the average. Because 6 is still okay. 5 is just mediocre. So 5, 6 is the average kind of rating. Would you then say the ending of One Piece has to be great to enjoy the series? Because personally I think there is enough content in One Piece that the ending could be lackluster. I don't know. One Piece is a weird thing. See, it's weird when it comes to comparison to extremely long series. I'd say like One Piece and extremely long series are an exception to that rule because of their like 1,000 chapter length. I think when you reach that type of length, it might not matter as much. I don't know. I haven't personally read a series that long, so I don't know. I'll have to actually read. When I read One Piece, when it finishes, I might have a better perspective on it. There's only like 2 insanely long series that reach that point, which is One Piece and Detective Conan. And yeah. Like for me, Detective Conan, despite it, no, I guess it still matters then for me. For me, Detective Conan is a 1,000-something chapter series. I've been watching / reading it since I was a kid. First anime that I watched, manga that I still to this day love. It needs a good ending. I say it still matters because the ending of Detective Conan is gonna focus around the main plot, and if the main plot isn't concluded properly, then because a lot of times a bad ending can retroactively go back and ruin a lot of the middle content. And that's like what a lot of people feel like with the Attack on Titan ending. So yeah. I would say about when you were speaking about having a good start, mid, and end, or good start and end. Secondly, about keeping people's interpretation. Let me go through. I'm really bad with memory, so I have to go through my list to try to remind myself. Jujutsu Kaisen is fun. The anime was fun. I mean, who hasn't heard of Jujutsu Kaisen? I say Monster. Yeah, Monster easily keeps the theme of the story consistent from beginning to end. Very interesting start. A very, very, very nice and emotional ending. And consistent middle throughout the story, throughout the middle of the story. A lot of, like, it stays consistent throughout it. And Diamond Ace as well. Although Diamond Ace starts interesting, not as interesting as Monsters. Diamond Ace's start is fairly weak. Despite it being a 10 out of 10, 100% admit Diamond Ace's start is very, very weak. One of the weakest starts in sports anime manga series. Yeah. And it's like the same with Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter's start is very weak as well. But the middle and what it's currently up to right now is extremely good. Vagabond is a series that has a very good start, very consistent middle, and could have a very perfect ending if it continued. I mean, I'm guessing he's never going to continue it again, so I guess 327 is the end of the series. So I guess it's not a good ending. Climber has that as well. There's a few series that have that. Slam Dunk doesn't have that. Slam Dunk is highly rated just because of... I 100% admit, Slam Dunk is highly rated because of my personal bias towards sports series. Well, by the end of season 1. End of season 1 is when middle of season 1, when the tournament started, is when Diamond Ace finally got good, and end of season 1 was when it was perfect. That's when it solidified as a amazing series. The final match of season 1 was amazing. I'm surprised. I've never heard that before from someone. I've heard a lot of people who dislike the start of season 1 and everything. It's the first time that I've heard someone say they disliked it a lot by the end of season 1. I've read that. You can probably hear that if you can't. My stomach was rumbling. Oh yeah, going back into that. Consistent ending. Yeah, Slam Dunk is fails on that. I admit that I have a bias towards sports series, but even then, I don't know if my bias consistently plays out throughout all my series. Because like I have Blue Lock at 5 out of 10. So I don't know. I've only read 2 sports series, Haikyuu and Slam Dunk. And they both had an 8. But Slam Dunk has like amazing matches towards the end of the series. Amazing matches, and quality goes up, and amazing character development and stuff like that. That's like the reason why Slam Dunk is rated so high. And an amazing final match. So like, that was a lot of strength with some minor problems, with the minor problems being a weak start and a weak end. Another series that Innocence is, I guess, one of those series. Very interesting start, very, very amazing ending. So yeah, there's a lot of series that yeah, I think that's it. That's about it. Though these series don't match that at all. So yeah, that's it. just those series that I say meet those specific things that I look for. Keeping people's interpretation is mostly like Monster. Diamond 8 doesn't really go for much interpretation as a sports series. But Monster is one that keeps interpretation. Vagabond is amazing at keeping its interpretation. It's very easy to follow Vagabond through its interpretation. So I'd say those two series are very consistent. Alright, let's see, let's keep going. Have you ever listened to Gorillaz? I have, yes. I don't particularly like the music much. I haven't listened to much though. I've only listened to like 2 tracks. I don't know the names, so I might like more, but I'm not really that interested into giving them a try much. What's Holy Land about? It's about a individual who learns martial arts and fights in the streets. Someone who gets bullied and learns martial arts to fight against people who bully and look for a home in Holy Land in the streets. Very realistic when it comes to interpretation of martial arts. So 100% give it a recommendation. What is your opinion of One Punch Man so far? One Punch Man struggles with a lack of characters, a lack of story. For me anyway, personally. I lack of characters, I lack a story. I lack of something other than Garou to keep me actually interested in the series. The only thing that interests me with One Punch Man is the Garou himself, Garou's story currently that's being covered. After Garou's arc is finished, I'm probably dropping One Punch Man. There's not much incentive for me to read after that. So I'll probably be gone after that and drop it. And only will be picking it up if it actually comes back to be a main central figure into... maybe it has feature arcs surrounding him, but I don't think he will after this. When we release Shiva vs. Raiden video, whenever high quality panels are out. I'm just waiting for high quality panels and they're just not coming out, so. Rejoin Killings if you like sports series. I don't is it on my read list? Yeah, it's on my read list already. Where was I? Do you know how to fish? No, I do not. Have you read any manhwa? Yeah, I have read a few. More notably, Tower of God, Solo Leveling, that I can think of. Those are like the main things that I can think of currently. And I dislike both of them currently, so I don't really have a good perspective on manhwas currently. Well, Tower of God, is Tower of God a manhwa? Yeah, it's a manhwa, isn't it? Yeah. Hello Aluk, thank you. Why did you stop editing? I didn't really stop, I was just forced to stop because no high quality chapters currently being released. They're focusing on low quality blurry panels to be released, and the group that does the high quality panels is just not doing them again, so. I'm ISD backup. Did you read the One Punch Man webcomic? I've read some things in the future, especially the Garou focus stuff. I can't take the webcomic seriously. I don't enjoy the arts personally, so there's nothing really making me want to read it past the Garou thing. One Punch Man excels in the best art in manga, up there with Innocent Berserk, and whatever other series that I can't think of right now that has one of the best arts in the industry. And that's what keeps me consistently reading One Punch Man. And webcomic doesn't really have that art, so there's no story, there's not much interesting characters after Garou, so there's really not much incentive to read at all. Where do you read your manga? Usually I read them at Mangadex. Usually. Mangadex right now is down, so. Can you make the Moro versus MUI Goku? I don't know. Is that fight already there in the Why can't I search? There's a few Moro fights. I don't know if it's here or not. I can't search for some reason. Maybe because there's 69 pages. Anyway. Can you make... Oh, I already answered that. It might be on my list, I'm not sure. How's everything going? It's been going fairly... I mean, I've had a fairly busy week last week, but I'm fairly like going back into track and everything. Very tired today though. Very tired. Sunken Rank is on my read list as well. Have you played Resident Evil Village? No, I don't plan to play that game. Resident Evil dropped after Resident Evil 4, so... What's your favorite manga? A mix between them and Ace and Monster. Those two are my favorite series, so... Oh, I mean, it's right there. Do you dream in the first or third person? I don't know. I don't dream much lately, or if I dream, but I don't remember much of my dreams lately. Like, my dreams have been fairly decent, which is me not remembering dreams is good for me. Usually I only remember like the bad dreams, if I ever have bad dreams, so I guess it's a good thing that I don't remember much of my dreams. I remember like some tidbits every now and then sometimes. Like just out of context memory slots. Basically with me, when I wake up after dreaming, is I get like basically how anime characters get flashbacks of some memories, but just like flashes in my brain, like, oh, this, and it's just very incoherent, very out of place, out of nowhere. I have no idea what the fuck happened, so confused, and just like ignore it and go back and wake up. What do you think of Dragon Ball? I thought I said Dragon Ball. Jesus, Dragon Ball. I dislike Dragon Ball personally. I didn't watch Dragon Ball until the later parts of my life, so I watched it when I was 21, 22, around that period. So I had no nostalgic reasons behind it, and I just disliked it. It's like really low rating, bouncing between a 2 and a 4. Depending on which season it is. But Dragon Ball is one of the things that I want to read fully and review. There's a lot of series I want to review. Some of them I've already read, I want to reread and review, stuff like that. But I have a lot of plan to read anyway, so... And the next 5 series that I plan to read are fairly hyped up and I'm expecting a lot, so... Kingdom is on my plan to read. It's just gonna be like one of the last series that I read because of how long it is. Arjun must not by trying to eat ice cream that can only be eaten only after it uses a small radioactive blast. I see. When was the first time you've ever watched anime? I was 5, 6, something like that. Maybe even 4. But it was Detective Conan. I was fairly young when I watched anime. I saw a few episodes of Dragon Ball in the background. Didn't care for it, so I never watched it. It was like a random episode. I was so confused, so I never watched it. I remember a mecha anime that I watched ages ago when I was a kid, when I was in my around that age. I don't know which one it was. Wait, I might have it. Never mind. Wait, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until I stop streaming to find it. But yeah. See if I can find it. There it is. I found it. This is what I used to watch as well when I was a kid. This is Detective Conan that I remember anime-wise. There's probably a few, but I just don't remember. These are the ones that like vividly in my memory still. I might rewatch soon. Like, it's fairly decent animation for a series that old. Yeah, I'm definitely rewatching it soon. I want to see if it's as good as my nostalgia makes it remembers it as. It's gonna be interesting to see if I give it a good rating or not. There's probably like prequels and sequels and shit to this, because there's a few mecha series that are very, very long. So I'll just watch the whole thing, see is it good or not. This is Mazen Kaiser Ultimate, I guess? I don't know. No problem. Anyway, yeah. There we go. So, have you watched JoJo Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind? I have not, no. I plan to read soon though. I plan to read all of JoJo soon. Have you ever returned to Detective Conan? If so, how far are you? You have returned. I'm caught up. Although not anymore. Not as caught up anymore because of how far behind I am due to Mangadex being done. But I'm in the 1068. I've reread it multiple times as well. Just recently, around a year ago or so, I reread the full thing Well, not the full thing. I read the official volumes version of it until the last official volume that I could reach. And yeah, I don't know when I'm going to reread it again. I do plan to cover Detective Conan and motion it. Like how I'm motioning Berserk, and how I plan to motion Promised Neverland and Hunter x Hunter and Noragami and Magi and all these other series. But yeah. Who do you ship in Magi? I don't really care about shipping. I just don't care. So I don't ship at all. Have you watched Tokyo Revengers? Unfortunately, I've watched the first few episodes. How many episodes did I watch of Tokyo Revengers? I need to get back to watching everything soon. I'm really behind on everything. I'm like 2 episodes behind in 86, or maybe 3. I'm 2 episodes behind on To Your Eternity. Maybe even 3. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes behind on Spider. 2 or 3 episodes behind on Tokyo Revengers, and same with Vivi. 2 or 3 episodes behind. I need to catch up soon. 86 has been interesting so far in the first 2 episodes. And apparently it's finally picking up, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it continues on towards this first core. So far the best from this season are To Your Eternity and 86. That's about it when it comes to like amazing seasons. From what I've watched anyway, from the first few contents, I need to catch up. I'm behind on all of them. So Tokyo Revengers has been really bad. The first episode was so bad, holy shit. Laughably bad. I know a lot of people may disagree on this, because the popular consensus right now is Tokyo Revengers has been amazing. But I really disliked the first episode. Like, really disliked. Like a 1 out of 10 to 2 out of 10 kind of rating for the first episode. Second episode recovered a little bit, but I only put it up to 4 out of 10, and I'll keep watching. People are hyping it up, so I'm expecting something to happen. I'll keep watching. I'll watch the full season and give a fair critique of it. But I'm not expecting much. Probably the worst season that worst series that I'm watching this season. Vivi's been weird. It jumps between a 6 and a 7, depending on what episode it is at. But I mean, what can you expect from a series that's only covering an event for like 2 episodes, with huge time skips after that event is covered? So there's nothing really sticks, and I'm just not attached to any character, not attached to any event. With the only characters there being Vivi and Matsumoto. Matsumoto is just annoying little AI, and Vivi is just... We'll see how it goes. Hello, Zake. Although I appreciate it, I'm not that good. Don't ship any of them, not even a little. No, not even a little. I don't really. Even when it comes to like romance series, like I used to watch, not as much anymore, but I used to watch a lot of rom-coms and everything. Even then, I don't remember shipping any character. Like I just wasn't attached. I disassociate a lot when it comes to characters and myself, so I just don't care about much of the main character, other than their writing aspects and how they get character assassinated or improve when it comes to characters. When a series is over, I just move on and fuck it, like whatever. Like overall, I'm very detached from a lot of series that I read. Even when it comes to like 10 out of 10s, I'm really not that interested in like when it comes to attachment to monster, let's say. I don't really care if a character is killed, as long as a character I love is killed, as long as the writing behind it is good. I don't really care about, even if it's my favorite character. Just what it is. And that's like why one of the main reasons why I just don't ship or just don't care about shipping. I just don't care about the characters to begin with to ship them together like that much. Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about Tokyo Revengers currently in the manga. A lot of people who have recommended it to me told me that, oh, read Tokyo Revengers, it's really good at the start, but it gets really shit towards like halfway through or something. I'm like, bro, like, I've started it and it's shit. Maybe it gets good later on. Maybe it's the switch for me between what people are like. Maybe it's really terrible for me at the beginning and then gets good later at the halfway point. Maybe. We shall see. What kind of anime genre do you prefer? I don't really have a preference when it comes to like I haven't zeroed in on one specific genre when I constructed my plan to read list. It's all over the place. Like there's no specific genre of a focus. It's just a series that looks interesting. If it looks interesting, I'm giving it a read. That's about it. If the synopsis is decent, if the cover is decent, and if the way that it's appraised by fans is decent, then I'll give it a try. But yeah. Ever heard about the manga My Home Hero? I don't know. I guess I have. That's on my plan to read. What are your thoughts on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I haven't read it yet. I don't know when I'm gonna read JoJo. Good thing with JoJo is it's very short. Where's JoJo? Let me see if I can find JoJo. I think I passed it. Yeah, like 44 chapters, 69 chapters, 152 chapters, 174, 155, 158, 96. Like, it looks fine on my end, so maybe yours? Let me refresh, see if it gets worse. It looks fine on my end. I mean, I look at it based on part 1. Like, I look at part 1 as a different manga, part 2 is a different manga. Rather than all ace together and add them all and everything. Because I'm not going to read them all back to back that quickly. I'll read one part, take a break, analyze it, review it, blah, 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 and then I'll start part 2, and then so on and so forth. Who is your favorite JoJo? Oh, I haven't read it to have a favorite JoJo. What is the most creative insult I've ever heard? I can't think of any. Can't think of any right now. Is you gonna? Oh, I've already answered that. I can't find the Shiva versus Raiden fight on Discord. Is it completely unlisted? It hasn't even been done yet. The high quality panels aren't out yet, so. Do you have any anime sad moment that you can't forget? Well, shit. All-time favorite anime slash manga? I just hit Diamond the Ace. Monster might be disadvantaged because of recency bias. So Domino Ace. Honestly, not that long. A lot of series in these lists is short. I expect 4 years, 4 or 5 years, and then all these will be read. Some of the manga in here can be read in like 1 day or 2 days, less than a week essentially. Oh yeah, anime time members. That's what was asked. I'm trying to remember what was asked. See if I can see anything that I remember really being emotional that I watched. Can't see anything. Can you be emotional of a whole a negative reaction? I can't find anything. I don't care much about anime sad moments, so they don't really hit me that hard. Or at all, most of the time. I can't find anything. There's a lot of series that I watched. I can't find anything that's ever made me emotional. Yeah, and that's it. Everything else is planned to read. Well, to be honest, the least favorite is easy to get because what I have to do is least favorite manga is Fairy Tail. Least favorite anime is there's two: Shimano Testament and Sword Art Online 2. Oh, I'm really tired, Jesus. So now I get bullied all the time, though it was one of my first anime ever. I mean, I like Alicization. Alicization recovered some of its reputation. Some of it. Very slight, but still some of it. Because it ended still with a shit ending. So like, it was enjoyable read at least, enjoyable watch at least. I guess. Favorite character? Easily, best character ever, Mary Joseph Stanton. Easily best character ever. Only 428 favorites. Such. Ah shit. I wonder what the other characters are like in... I never looked at this. Let's look at the characters. See if any other character is anyone's favorite. Especially those two. Charles Henry. 104. 1. I guess people really... I mean... 25,000 nearly? Seems like the most favorite it is Mary Joseph. What about Louis Auguste and Marie Antoinette and Damien? 4, 3, 2. Bruh. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Salted caramel. I had that yesterday with my Pizza Hut delivery. Yeah, salted caramel, easily my favorite ice cream currently. I believe you applied for a job once. I'm still applying for jobs. Have been rejected multiple times. At least I reached the final stage. Just need to find the perfect job, perfect company. What's your favorite character? I will answer that. Dioj Gintama? No, I don't. What was your first anime? Detective Conan. I don't know what you mean except for stuff you've watched as a kid on TV. Where else would you watch anime? I mean, even then it'll still be Detective Conan because I was fond of Detective Conan from childhood to now still. So... Ah, okay. Bleach, Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece. Which one of the big four do you like the least? And which one do you like the most of only the big four? Dragon Ball I like the least. I like the most... I don't know. It'd be between Bleach and One Piece. Probably gonna be One Piece if I actually read One Piece, and One Piece is heavily impacted by the shitty anime that it has. And how far it drops after the time skip. They both have a lot of shitty parts to their story. I have a better idea when I read the manga, so for now, One Piece. One Piece better than Bleach. And then it'd be, if I were to rank him in order, it'd be One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball. The start was the best and the end was the worst. Among the current airing anime, which one do you like the most? To Your Eternity. This manga looks interesting. I think I'll watch it. What's the name? Psyren. Psyren. I haven't watched it, no. Somewhere I watched it there. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream in a bit. I'm really tired now. Oh, the one with my favorite character. That was Innocent. Innocent. If you didn't hear that, because I'm chewing gum. I couldn't save anyone. Have you ever watched... No problem. Have you ever seen Samurai Champloo? No, I have not. Kabuto, Amamiya, Hiryu, Oburu. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat lunch. And I don't know what to do. I'm not like that active to edit anything. I might just watch some videos until it's time to sleep. Today's gonna be another slow day. But yeah, I'll end the stream now and I'll go. Thank you so much. This was a fun stream and it was fun answering all these questions. What else? I don't know when I'll stream again, but I'll try as soon as I can when I'm available. And yeah, see you guys whenever. Peace. Thanks for hanging out.